Hi, this is John Hawkins Jr. with Gateway Counseling Center. I'm on the road today. Just got done doing a radio station interview with Faith in Recovery. Was on there talking about some issues with trauma, addiction, spirituality. I think that gets released this weekend. You can go to faithinrecovery.com to get the info on that. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and certified addiction professional in the state of Florida, co-owner of Gateway Counseling Center. So it was a lot of fun to get out of the office today and meet Anthony, the host of the show, Anthony Ancampora. And one of the issues we talked about today, with the title of being Faith in Recovery, they really enjoyed a lot of the stuff I talked about on trauma, but was about spirituality and blocks people have to spirituality and in recovery and things like that. And he asked me what I thought or what my experience was and why people have resistance to spirituality at times. And I said there's two main things that for me I found. One would be really early negative religious experiences, and then wounds around parents or caregivers. So nothing forms our concept of God more than our parents or whoever raised us at first, because they are gods and they need to be our God, or the world's really scary really fast. So that really influences how we see God. So if I had a higher power, universe, whatever your term you want to use for it. So if I had a harsh, punitive father, then most likely my God's going to be harsh and punitive. If I had a father or mother who was very distant emotionally, then I probably have a very distant God that I don't really connect with that well. The other thing was early experiences. I said there's a whole epidemic of what I would call spiritual PTSD around adults who as children were shamed or traumatized in certain way with some of the religious beliefs they were exposed to, or some of the shaming messages about needing to be perfect all the time. And I said an example I have that I've seen numerous clients that people will laugh and make jokes about it, but I can tell you people have full-blown PTSD and severe hyper-religious OCD, all kinds of things from being exposed to things as children. I said it's not uncommon, like in the environment that I grew up in, for a child to be told at 4 or 5 years old that they and everyone they love, if they don't believe these certain beliefs, is going to be tortured and burned forever in hell. And so we don't let kids go 6, 7, 8, 9 years old to rated R movies or violent movies, but a lot of kids will be told these really traumatic things that put images in their mind and give them PTSD. And the way I'll see it again that manifests in their life today is with a lot of perfectionism or shame or fear, or always this internal judge, like if they're imperfect, or if they have a sexual thought or whatever it is, they have too much to drink one weekend, they just feel all this shame and horrible about themselves, and they can't connect to healthy spirituality. So a lot of times when people really start bringing up a lot of these spiritual issues, it can really be a synonym for talking about their parents or their early life experiences. So rather than getting in some big theological discussion with them, what I do is really work on resolving and healing from some of these early wounds they had, so now they can have a deeper sense of meaning and purpose that doesn't bring all this shame up. So it's a really important issue. If you have any thoughts or questions on that, you can email me at jonh@gatewaycounselingcenter.com, or gatewaycounseling.com, I'm sorry. And then we are launching a podcast this week called The Key. That'll be launching Tuesday sometime. You can go to johnhawkinsjr.com to get that. And there's also a couple articles on secure attachment and a little bit about dealing with your core emotions. So really excited about that. That's launching Tuesday sometime. You can go probably anytime afternoon to the website, johnhawkinsjr.com, get that those first few episodes of the podcast around secure attachment and shame, some of the things we're talking about now. And go to faithinrecovery.com, check out probably within a few days the interview we did today. Really good. Anthony was a great guy. Look forward to coming back again. And again, any questions you have this week, you can contact me there or jonh@gatewaycounseling.com, and I'll lead with those next week and answer any questions you have. And then also in the Mind Zone group on Facebook, you can post anything or any questions you have there. All right, so have a great week. Thanks for taking the time to listen. If you have any issues with spiritual trauma or addiction or anything we talked about today, definitely contact me, and you can meet with me, or I could try to find you some resources that can help with that. But there's a really big kind of hidden epidemic of um, really spiritual abuse and trauma that a lot of people are carrying that never really get talked about or addressed, that oftentimes is kind of like joked about, but it's not really a joking matter when you really see adults come in suffering with these severe irrational beliefs that from times they were traumatized as kids. All right, have a great week. I'll look forward to seeing you guys next week.